In this module, we explore the economic pillar of sustainability. Commodity crops, defined as any product derived from plants or animals that are produced, harvested, and sold to produce food, fiber, or fuel. Value chains, which is defined as the system of people and activities that transform a product from production to consumer.
One of the things that happened to commodity crop production across the decades as people became more and more specialized on commodity corn and soybean production and the value chains became narrower to accept those commodities is that less and less people were involved in agriculture. So the number of farms decreased, the number of farmers decreased, the farm gate income decreased. Much of the profit was going to the input and the processing sector, and the ag dollar was flowing very quickly through the community and not leaving a lot of residual economic activity. And so the idea is, how can we, through diversifying our cropping systems and our ag enterprises, be able to capture and kind of increase the retention time and secondary effects in the community of that primary ag activity and begin to support some rural redevelopment. If you drive around many of the small towns of central Illinois, you'll see that they're kind of a shadow of their former selves when there was more ways to capture the economic opportunities from ag ecosystems. As the value chains narrowed, fewer people captured those dollars. There was less secondary spending, and you could see the rural communities declining because of that. But the same types of opportunities also exist in urban and peri-urban areas where you might have had a manufacturing base that moved on. And so what are some opportunities associated with the food system for people living in these areas?
So another related term is the industrial food system. What does that mean?
Oh gosh, that's a great question. Secretary Vilsack has a much better answer than I do about producing more with less, safer, and more economically than ever before in history. And is that industrialized or not? I don't know. During the pandemic, we had, in a sense, exposed weak points in the supply chain. We had kill plants and slaughter plants that really went down hard because of proximity of workers, and we had to kind of re-examine what happened. But we haven't really come up with a better solution afterward either. We don't say we need to break those apart into smaller, less efficient systems. I think the ability to manage food safely and make sure it's delivered safely and with an understanding of the phytosanitary toxins and other things that affect food when it gets to the consumer. I think we do a better job of that than we ever have in the past as well. So it's not that problems won't exist, it's that we're moving toward something that is, to use the phrase that I'm sure will come up more, sustainable or more efficient or somehow more prosperous for those involved with the sector.
To summarize, sustainability, how we define and measure it, is complex. There are interwoven connections, motivations, and priorities from social, environmental, and economic pillars. Current and future challenges influence the people, planet, and profit in communities, countries, and the world.